So now we'll just move on from here. We'll go to our VPC, and our VPC is just our network. So on the left-hand side, you see a few information about VPC. So it's telling you about your VPCs. Technically, it's just telling you whether you've created some VPCs or not. The next one is talking about subnet, which is the sub network. So VPC is representing the network part, and the network you have some kind of sub as well. And then we have what we call the routing table, which is something that we'll discuss also. And then there's the concept of internet gateways, which is a way for you to move outside your network, probably to maybe the internet as well. There are a few things like egress only internet gateway, which is just another way of saying IPv6 internet gateway. It's just another form of internet gateway, but the kind of IP addressing scheme is a bit different. It's using the hexadecimal format, and it is because the normal IP addressing scheme is being exhausted, so we need more addresses. So there are things like DHCP option set, which is something to do with DHCP, and there's elastic IPs, which is something to do with some kind of public addresses. Then we have managed prefixes and NAT gateways and other stuff as well. So we're limiting ourselves to what a VPC is. So if we go to the VPC dashboard, which is this side, you see by default, AWS, once you create an account, you would have access to one VPC, which is going to be your default VPC. So if I check that box, you'll see some information about that VPC, which is the ID of the VPC, which is unique and it will not be found anywhere else. And then it's telling you about the tenancy and whether or not this particular VPC is a default VPC, which it is. So it is yes. It's also telling you the DHCP option set, which we'll talk about later, and there's the concept of routing table, which we'll also mention as we go along. Then we have our IPv4 CIDR. It's just the network address and the subnet mask in the form of a CIDR. So seeing /16 is just saying 16 ones, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the rest are zeros. So this is going to be 255, another 255, and then 0 and 0. And so what it's trying to say is that the subnet mask is 255.255.0.0, and you have a network address of 172.31.0.0.